Okay, grade 11s, moving on to the next examples. So the question is to simplify the following. So the first thing I'm going to do is just list which quadrants and possibly cocoa. Okay, so 90 is cocoa, plus 90 minus is in the first quadrant, 360 minus is in the fourth quadrant, 90 is cocoa, plus 90 minus is in the first quadrant, and then 180 plus is in the third quadrant. Okay, just going to put our little cast diagram on the side here so we know what's positive where. Okay, so we've got here 2. Cos in the first is positive and it changes to sine. Sine in the fourth is negative and it reduces to x. Sine in the first is positive, but it changes to cos. Cos in the third is negative and it reduces just to x. Okay, get rid of our brackets here. Okay, so 2 sine x plus sine x gives us 3 sine x over 2 cos x plus cos x gives us 3 cos x. The 3's will cancel, and then sine over cos is tan. That was one of your identities. Okay, moving on to example B. Just draw up my little cast diagram. Label where my angles are. So 90 is cocoa, plus 90 minus is in the first quadrant. 90 is cocoa. 90 plus is in the second quadrant. 180 plus is in the third quadrant. 90 is cocoa, plus 90 plus is in the second quadrant. Okay, so sine in the first is positive, but it changes to cos. So that becomes cos squared theta. Cos in the second is negative, but it changes to sine. But because it's squared, it'll be a positive sign. Squared theta. Okay. Tan in the third is positive, so that's just tan theta. Sine in the second is positive, but it changes to cos. Okay, so at the top we have an identity. This is going to be cos squared plus sine squared is 1 divided by, and the reason why I'm doing this grade 11s is because this is going to be a fraction. So I'm taking the top, which is that, divided by the bottom. Okay, so tan is sine theta over cos theta multiplied by cos theta. That will cancel with that, and we're left with 1 divided by sine theta, which is 1 over sine theta. And we simplified. Okay, last one. Okay, so first of all, let me list which quadrants we're in. 180 minus is in the second. 90 is cocoa, plus 90 plus is in the second, minus theta is in the fourth. That's just the first quadrant. and then 90 is Coco, plus 90 minus is in the first. Now don't worry about if we've got different angles now. Here we've got theta, 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 and here we have beta, beta. Let's just see what happens after we've reduced all of these angles. Okay, so our cast diagram. Okay, tan in the second is negative, so this would be negative tan theta. Sine in the second is positive, but it changes to cos. Sine in the fourth is negative. That just remains sine beta. Cos in the first is positive, but it changes to sine. So that becomes sine beta. Okay, so let's just see what our fraction comes out to be here in terms of the positive negative. We have a negative times a positive gives us a negative, yeah, over. That's just a negative, so the whole thing is a positive. Okay, so now I can ignore my sign. That is going to be sine theta over cos theta times by cos theta divided by sine theta. So again, grade 11s, I've taken the top divided by the bottom. Okay, minus sine beta times sine beta is going to give us sine squared beta. Okay, so here the cos's cancel, and we are left with sine theta divided by sine theta minus sine squared beta. Okay, so sine theta divided by sine theta is just 1 minus sine squared beta. Now, grade 11s, what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to use our square identity, where we know that cos squared theta plus sine squared theta is equal to 1. Now, if I take the sine squared theta to the other side, I get cos squared theta is equal to 1 minus sine squared theta. Okay, and that is essentially what we have here. So I know that 1 minus sine squared beta would be equal to cos squared beta. And we have simplified. Okay, so grade 11s, I would like you to do exercise 7.6, numbers 1 and 8 for me, please. Thank you.